Good morning, 7C class, the receiving schools and teachers.
Good morning, Mrs. Watandas.
How are you all this morning?
We are very well, thank you. And how are you this morning?
Very well, just like you all, thank you. Be seated. Okay, up. In the previous lesson, we looked at one of the basic stitches. I'd like Helen to tell us what was the basic stitch that we looked at. The basic stitch that we looked at in the previous lesson.
Back stitch and double
The back stitch, very good, the back stitch. Angie, if you can tell us what a back stitch is used for. A back stitch. What is the back stitch used for? The back stitch.
Sewing a pillowcase.
It's used for sewing garments, okay? Could be a pillowcase or other things that you need to sew. Paul, if we can have you to tell us, in the process of making making the back stitch, what is the first step? What is the first step?
Double stitch.
The double stitch, thank you. We have another Paul. What is the last stitch? What is the last stitch in the steps to making the back stitch?
You follow the first step.
Follow the first step again, which is the class, which is the double stitch. Thank you. Okay, now our strand is still on better living, sub-strand, making things. Now, in today's lesson, we will be still focusing on class together, still on the back stitch. Now, what will we be doing together? Class, read together.
Today's lesson will be still focusing on back stitch. In this lesson, students are to sew another sample of back stitch neatly and should be able to follow the steps correctly.
Very good, thank you. So that is what we will be doing today, and to our friends in the receiving schools, the students and teachers. In the previous lesson, we looked at the steps of back stitch being demonstrated, and we've done some practice on sewing the back stitch. In this lesson, we will be actually going into sewing the back stitch, following the steps that we have seen being demonstrated, and sewing the back stitch neatly. Now I'd like to have 2 students from each group to come up. Please, 2 students from each group. You can go up there. Come up there. Now to the receiving school students with the teachers, up here in front, we have your friends from the model school who have tried in their practice in sewing the backstitch samples. They've done at least a line of the backstitch, and they've done it correctly and neatly. So we have them up here. They will show to us the samples they have made, and also they will be helping me to help their friends in their groups once we come to the time of sewing the samples of the backstitch. We have Paul. There are two Pauls here, Paul S and Paul D. Tulanga is the third student we have. Who do I have? Tanabi is the fourth student. We have Quarry, the fifth. Raymond, Shane, Carol, Violet, Anna, Trisha, Justin, Rachel, and Dyra. Now, these students are going to help me in helping their friends in their own groups, because I cannot go from one group to the other all at the same time. And they've been identified with the stitches they have made, which have been done neatly and correctly. So they are going to be helping me in helping their friends in their groups. If you can hold your samples you have made up, so we have your friends who are seated to see what you have done. Tanabi, where is yours? Hold them up so we see the work you have done. Violet? Okay. Justin? Good. Okay, thank you. If I can have you to move back to your groups. Okay, to the receiving school teachers, that is what you can do to help yourself, because you are only one and you cannot be in more than one place at the same time. So you can have students who have done in the first practice, if they have done it well, have them to help you in each group as you move around and supervise. Okay, you should all have your materials that you need, your pairs of scissors, tape measure if you need to cut another piece of fabric, needles, and your pieces of fabric. With the help of your friends, you will go through what we went through yesterday. Now, but before you go through with the help of your friends, we will look through the steps of the backstitch together, and after that you can go through sewing your samples with your friends' help. Now let's look at the first step, how to do the backstitch. We'll all read through together.
Double stitch.
The first step.
The fabric, push the needle down through the fabric. Push the needle up through the fabric about half a centimeter away from the starting point. Return to the starting point and follow the same way.
Now those steps from A to D you have read are steps in making the what? The double stitch. The double stitch is the first stitch. Now let's see the second stitch. Second and third. Let's all read together.
Push the needle up half a centimeter away from the end of the previous stitch. Return to the end of the previous stitch and push the needle down to the fabric. First single stitch made.
Thank you. 4 and 5.
Repeat step 2 to the end.
And 5.
Finish with a double stitch.
Okay, those are the steps that we looked at being demonstrated. We are looking at it again to help us so we know what to do with the help of our friends we have in our groups and the teacher moving around just to see that you are doing what you are supposed to do correctly. Okay, if I can have you to have your materials ready, your piece of fabric and whatever you have, and your friends will help you, and I'll come around and see what you are doing. Justin, you think you can fit in there? Okay. Where's your piece of fabric? Oh, you have it there. Okay. You did it well, but too close, huh? Just make it in the middle. Okay, that's very good. You did it very well. Okay, this time you do it in the middle, and both of you will try to help your friends. Oh, you are okay. Let's see. You look at Shane's, the wrong side of the stitch, see? See how okay, yours goes straight, which means you did not follow the work properly. Okay, but Shane and Quarry will help you to do it. Make sure you fold those ones. Yeah, if you want to use a new one, you can. Yes, but this is thin, so fold it so it stick for you to use. You okay? Where's your piece of fabric? You can find it. There's some there. You can cut a new one from there and you see. The needles, did you collect them back or they took the needles with them? They took the needles with, yeah, okay. Because if you lose whatever has been provided, then you will have to, no, not pay, but you will have to provide your own, yeah. That's what, take care of it. You have to watch so Quarry and Shane will go together, the steps to help you and get it done. Let me see you. You haven't started it, okay. Quarry will help you to start. Okay, good. You did it very neatly. See? You don't want the fan? Mm-hmm. Let's see, maybe too thin or it's okay? It's okay, yeah. Okay, good. Brandon, you okay? Don't forget your thread has to be your arm's length. Don't make it too long that as you struggle to pull it through the fabric, it gets tangled. Oh, that's nice. You're trying to get the stitches out again to sew a new one. Okay. And the boys, how are you?
They lost the needles.
You have been told yesterday that you have to take care of whatever is provided, and if you lose it, what happens? You don't have any, which means you have to provide it yourself. See? You are making I told you yesterday, when you finish, you put your fabric inside your exercise book so it doesn't, go wrinkled up like that. I don't know whether I have any needles there. I'll check. I don't know whether there is any needle here. I'm sorry, I don't have any to help you boys. I'll just ask your friends whether they have any to help. How many of you without needles?
3.
There were 6.
3, which ones? Yeah, I put enough for everyone.
I didn't do it.
So that's the 3 of you, is it?
Yes.
1, 2, you 2 are. I have to check with your friends to help you. Any of you got spare needles to help your friends? Any of you got spare needles to help your friends over there? Oh, thanks very much. You finished, huh? No. You have to use it, but you help your friends. Oh, that's okay. Good. And let's see. You don't start like that. See. You are starting from the right and going. Okay, you get this one out and I'll show you. Add that one off, thread off and I'll show you. Boys, there's one here to help you. I just found one from your friends there. Okay, so what you are going to do, where's your scissors? Your pair of scissors? Okay, let's see. You start over here. See? And you're making a double stitch. You go back to the starting point. Come up here where the stitch is. The first stitch is made. And then you go back there. This time you go away from the end of the stitch, 1/2 centimeter away. See, double stitch is made now. So you go back there, come under. You see how I'm doing it, huh? See, I'm not turning the fabric to see what's on the other side. Pull it out and then turn it. Okay, can you see that? And then go back there. Tape measure, you should have one there. You want to measure your fabric, or you got to. You should be all okay, yeah? Yes. Okay, thank you. And how about our friends here? What? Anybody?
Lost their sewing needle.
Anybody with extra to help your friends?
No.
You see, you were supposed to leave the needles with your manager, so she brings it the next day and then you are able to have it. I like to look around for others to help you. So who is helping here? Anna and Daira. Okay. So Anna and Daira are going to help you. If you have problems, then you ask them, how am I going to do the next one? So they show you. Messi, any needles, extra needles to help your boys? Why, Helen, any extra needles to help the boys?
No. This is no way the needles is no more.
Then I will ask the others. Sorry. Whose is this? Whose is this?
I'm helping my friend.
Can I give it to one of your friends to use it and they will return it to you? Yeah, one of this one day. You are? Huh? Huh? Nana Dai. Okay, this is Tulangas, but Tulanga is finished already and is helping his friend. So when you finish, you give it to Tulanga. Okay? Okay, wait, I'll check around. Raymond, do you have any extra needles? No. Kenny, there we have some of your silly friends who misplaced theirs.
Yesterday, you saw plenty of needles lying on the floor.
No wonder.
Some of them are broken.
Sorry. Oh, that's your. Oh, you getting that white tray? Tulanga, you are to not to do it for him. You tell him what to do, and he does it.
No, I'm teaching him how to do it and later he does it.
Teaching him, you don't do it for him. You know what you are going to do? You are going to tell William, okay, William, this is how you do it. So it's okay. You push your needle through, he does it. And it's okay, you bring it up, go back to the starting point, and then that's how he does it. Because you do it for him, your friend will not know what to do. You just tell him, okay, now you go there.
Now you go.
Okay, yeah. Hayano, you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Are we okay here? Oh, that's nice. Now I'm going to ask you to help. We have some of your silly friends in the other group who misplaced their needles. Any of you got extras to help? No. Anyway, everybody was given enough, but that's okay. You doing your second one again, or Anita? Okay, then that's too close. I just make it in the middle. That's very close. You put somewhere in the middle and then go down. Okay, and don't forget when you finish your sewing. Don't forget that when you finish sewing your samples, what are you to do? I told you in the classroom. No. After that, while you are waiting for others to finish.
Take the notes.
Yeah, the notes are up there. So I'm just letting you remind you that if you finish and if you think that all your friends are able to do well, I mean they are able to sew well, then you write the notes up there while waiting for everybody to finish, and then we will have, I'm going to have somebody from your group. You're going to tell us what you felt about making the stitch, whether you have been taught before or how you felt about it. Probably like, I would never know how to make backstitch, but this, something like this. You have somebody from your group. I will only have 2 people. Yeah, one from here and one from group 1. Okay. Are we okay? Paul and Justin. I hope you are helping your friends, not sewing yours and forgetting to help your friends. Okay. You are okay? Let's see. Okay, but I think you are going the wrong way. Let's, lo left now, you come lo right. You left there now. Oh, got you right there now. Okay, so you must start lo right now, so na come all same. Come lo right. You help me. You finished already? Okay. Just Paul, can I give your needle to one of your friends over there? One of our friends play or sa work one in our list losing needle belong or sing down our list. So we help them. Okay. You okay? You see? Let's see how you. Okay. Now let's see how you do. See? You are going to start from the right to the left. Lo happen go awesome. Paul, you should help your friend. Please. From the right. I'll come back and who was it? You. Okay, I look for one more to help you. Oh, what did I say about the thread? You make it your arm's length, meaning walking long play hand, size blow hand blow you so time you like here. You want to stretch your hand, it can go that far. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see what you are doing. Okay, give me looking past time. Okay, no good this lab, I can go lab there. Okay, come. Me looking how you walking. Okay. You must go down. Good plap. You got strong plan. Okay, look him. Okay. This way you go down. Now you pull him, come down. Now you want to with another. You want? Yeah. Okay. Please, you let him use it. Okay. If your needle thread blow you tangle, look, you can stare at him awesome. Okay, see. Instead of go down, here, see. Okay, and you yet guide him needle come underneath and by come on top, awesome. Look him. You look him now. Okay, our line is a bit crooked, but let's. Okay, you push him, go down, and you yet guide him needle underneath and by come on top also. Okay, go down and then kiss him, come on top. Okay, let's see you do it.
Time recognition before finish me by come inside and begin talk.
Okay. I'm close now. I'm by finish. Paul, you're supposed to be helping your friends there. And you finished?
I don't know that he's helping.
Oh, he's helping you. Okay, and your needle? But you help your friends, please. Shane, you finished? Okay, I have to have one person from here. Already one from that group, the group 3, somebody from here. You just share with your friends what you feel about learning to do this backstitch. You know what I mean?
The old class
Yeah. And your first time in sewing. what have you learned, something like that. Okay, get ready. Okay, that's very thin, so you double it up to make it thick, and so you okay? You know what to do. Okay, it's okay. Raymond, you are okay now. Okay. Okay, class, if I can have you to just put down what you are doing. And we will have Shane from group 1 and one from group 3, Violet, is it? Okay, we'll have Shane from group 1, Violet from group 3. They're going to tell us what they feel about what they are doing now. Okay, we'll have Shane. Come up here. To the receiving schools and teachers, we have one of our students, Shane, with us. Shane is going to share with us how he felt or what he has learned in doing the first stitches that we will be using in the project that we will be doing together with us and the rest of you. Shane?
I basically felt proud of sewing because normally they say male race, they don't know how to sew, and when I started sewing I felt proud of myself and also learned a new skill and a new stitch called a back stitch, which I have never learned before in my life. And I'm proud of Miss Watlangas introducing this stitch to me, and I'm happy to share this stitch with everyone else and help them to improve their sewing.
Good, thank you, Shane. Good, we have Violet from group 3. Stand up, please.
I never learned how to do the back stitch, and I learned it here, and it's a privilege for me to learn it at school.
Good, thank you. Okay, we've just had 2 students sharing with us that they've never learned how to sew, and especially the stitches, the back stitch, and they've had a privilege in learning to do that through the subject making a living. Now, before we go to our next lesson's activity for the next lesson, let's just look through quickly at what we have done so far. Now, if I can have the class to tell us what stitch are we actually practicing on this morning? Together? The back stitch. Good, the back stitch. And before we go on to the next lesson, we have some visitors with us, our receiving school students and teachers. This morning we have Aki, you know him very well, together with our visitors. So we'll have them in to have some time with us.
Good morning, 7C and the receiving school teachers and teachers and students. My name is Aki. I'm a JICA expert. I'm working in this live television program, and I hope this year we started new subject, making a living, and the PD. I hope all teachers, students, you enjoy the lesson. I hope school must ready prepare the material and follow the lesson in the same time. Okay. Now today I have a special guest from Japan, Tokyo, Japan. Now JICA concern next project for this TV lesson project. And this afternoon, JICA and the Department of Education will sign memorandum understanding. So now Mr. Junji Sakuma, this team leader, Jun Sakuma, come from Tokyo and attend this ceremony of signing ceremony. So I would like to invite Mr. Sakuma.
So good morning, student 7C and also the student receiving schools. My name is Sakuma. As he mentioned that I'm from Japan. I'm a member of the mission dispatched by JICA for discussing about a new project. And as he mentioned already, the JICA has decided to launch another project which supports the continuous TV programs. Actually, for JICA, education is one of the priority fields of the assistance. Why? Because education is the most important. Education is the foundation of the human development and also the national development. Studying is getting knowledge. Knowledge is power for the life. Knowledge open your life. So that I'd like to ask all of you study hard and also enjoy the TV programs. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Thanks very much. Okay, we go to our next lesson activity. We are still on learning to sew stitches that can help us in sewing a pillowcase. So in the next lesson, we will be seeing an observation, observing a demonstration on the next stitch, which is the slip hemming. I'd like the class to read for us our next lesson's activity.
Observing a demonstration on sewing slip hemming and sewing samples on pieces of fabric.
Very good. That is what we are going to do. Now to the receiving schools and the teachers, please teachers, if you can prepare whatever materials the students need before the next lesson so they are all able to participate in learning to sew the new stitch that we will be going through or looking at in the next lesson. Now together our key word for this lesson,
Basic stitches.
back stitch. Okay, so we are actually on basic stitches and the stitch that we are learning to do is the back stitch. Okay. And with that, good morning class, good morning receiving schools and the teachers.
Good morning, Mrs. Watanagas, and thank you for your lesson.
Good morning to you all. You can sit down.